What's going on, Immortals and Shadows? Bishybosh here with another Necromancer video. Now in today's video we're going to take a look at two of the new Inferno drop only essences for the Necromancer, the shoulders and the offhand, and of course we're going to stick them in a build. So let's first take a look at the shoulders. Okay, so we have the knock-broad skulls. Bone armour also increases primary attack speed by 28.5%. Alright, so let's take a look at that. Here's our primary. Here we go. Noticeable increase in the attack speed. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, so now let's take a look at the offhand, the silvered wings. Okay, so steady lances. Corpse Lance now consumes nearby corpses to empower your primary attack for 5 seconds. While empowered, your primary attacks will also launch a penetrating lance that deals increased damage for each corpse you consume. Corpse Lance damage increased by 18%. Okay. So let's take a look at that. Let's drop some corpses. Now instantly you can see the radius for this is absolutely huge. The pickup's massive. Now we've got 6 corpses on the ground and we picked up 5 of them. Alright, so it looks like 5 might be the maximum you can pick up there of the corpses. And that's what it does right there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so now let's take a look at the build and talk about what it's designed for. So let's jump straight into the oranges. So for the helm we're using Visitant's Sign. That's going to increase our golem duration, which is going to give us almost 100% uptime on our golem. For the chest we're using Gallowsborn, so that when we go into Wraith form we're going to drop corpses on the ground. This is going to be needed so that we can empower our primary with those corpse lances. So the shoulders, the knock-broad skulls, we've read about this already. For the pants we're using Proximal Fear, so that when we hit enemies in Wraith form we're going to fear them, combined with the chip of stone flesh gem that we're using down here is going to add increased damage. Then for the main hand we're using Revenant Wind, which is going to call 3 little sprites forth when we go into Wraith form, which is going to cause some damage and also the enemies to their movement speed to be slowed. Now for the offhand we're using Silvered Wings. We just read about this. So for the other main hand we're using Pleasant Venom to give us the Poison Golem, which is going to add the debuff on enemies we throw it at. And then for the other offhand we're using Dead Keen, which is going to increase our golem's damage for every harmful effect they have on them up to a maximum of 58% damage. Now for the greens, quite important for this, we're going to be using 4 pieces of Vithus, so that we get the 30% increased attack speed. And then we're going to be using 2 pieces of Shell Bus to increase our primary attack damage as well, because we're going to be doing a lot of primary attacks. Okay, so Bishy, what the hell is this weird build for? Glad you asked. Okay, so this build is designed for Helliquaries, for Helliquary raid bosses. It's for people who don't want to run a pure summoner build. It gives great benefits for the team by increasing all of your team's primary attack by 28.5%. We're going to be adding a debuff onto the raid boss with our golem. It's actually quite fun. Okay, so since this build is for raid bosses pretty much, when it comes to curses, don't really be too particular. We don't get enough stones to be changing your curses every time you want to change your game mode. Ideally, you'd want 6 pieces of lashed and 2 pieces invocated. But again, like this is just a raid boss build, so kind of run with whatever curses you've got going on for whatever other builds you're running with. Okay, for Paragon tree, I'm running Weaver, and I'm stacking, for the rest of the Paragon, I'm stacking damage, life, armor, and resistance. Now, if you've got a lot more resonance than me, a lot higher secondary stats and stuff like that, I'd be suggesting stacking the armor pen instead of the resistance. I'm a low reso guy, so putting all those points into armor penetration is not really going to benefit me at all, because I'm still not going to really see the increase in the crit hit from it. So we do what we can as low reso people, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's give you a demo of the build. We'll go and bust up Fang in Inferno. So we're going to start in agility stance. Get a golem up. And your corpses there on the ground. As soon as Fang comes out, we're going to swap over to command stance. Eat some corpses. There we go. And when our corpses start getting low again, tick it again. So that we've always got empowered primary going on. Now we've got no more corpses on the ground. So we're going to get some more corpses now. Bone armor, pick up the corpses, primary, get our golem back, put the debuff down. Some more corpses, pick them up. The huge radius on that corpse lance pickup is really good. There you have it. As you can see, pretty fun build. Again, works great solo or with your party. Yeah, if you liked the video, you found something helpful at all, like, comment. You want to see more of this sort of stuff from me, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and yeah, have a great day, everyone. Peace.